You know, last month my match against Tommy Dreamer should have been the pinnacle match of my career. But Marius had to interfere again. Not only did you stick your nose in my business again, you stole my belt! Something I have worked damn hard to earn. Now, if you think I'm just gonna sit back and let you get away with this, you're nuts. You know, there's an old saying, there are two dogs inside of every man. One good, one evil. The one that wins is the one that you feed the most. Well, you have been feeding me nothing but anger, and the pissed off pitbull is coming back to reclaim what is rightfully mine.
It's CWE TV. I'm Mike Young, joined by Dynamite Dave Petro. We got an awesome show for you tonight.
We've got the Super Friends in individual competition. We've got Kory Kincaid taking on that icky Kevin Cannon, and JJ Sanchez taking on the equally icky Sicko.
And in our main event tonight, a match you've been waiting weeks for, by order of Shane Madison, we're going to see franchise versus franchise. CWE's franchise, Danny Duggan, takes on the franchise, Shane Douglas, in our main event tonight. Stick around, it's all coming up next.
Hey, I'm Vicky Shea, and I'm backstage with CWE's, I guess you could call them the resident super friends, Kory Kincaid and JJ Sanchez. You guys both have matches tonight. Kory, you're up against Kevin Cannon. JJ up against Sicko. How do you guys prepare for your matches tonight?
I think what Kory Kincaid is trying to say, Kevin Cannon, mystery client, we don't know what your problems are, but you know what? Kory Kincaid, he has something you guys don't. He has heart. He has come leaps and bounds since he started in CWE. And Kevin Cannon, tonight, he's going to show you just what he's got. But that brings on Sicko. JJ Sanchez versus Sicko. Sicko, you're a deranged freak. You're a mystery. Don't really know much about you. But I've been watching your tapes. And tonight, I'm going to prove to you that Sicko can be beat. 1, 2, 3.
Let's head to the ring. No, get away from me.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, Kevin Cannon.
Well, here's a guy I just can't get enough of. Kevin Cannon kicking off CWE TV this week. My name's Mike Young, joined by Dynamite Dave Petro.
The ick factor just rose a few notches here in the hall tonight with the arrival of Kevin Cannon. All I have to say is ick.
We're at the Polish Fraternal Hall in Winnipeg. CWE Wrestling. When you can see it live, do so. You're always in for an awesome show. And our main event here tonight is going to be outstanding. Danny Duggan, CWE's very own franchise, takes on the guy who's been known as the franchise wherever he's gone. That is Shane Douglas.
This is a match that was made in the bathrooms in our locker room area last week. Kevin Cannon, his opponent, about to be introduced.
And his opponent, weighing in at 298 pounds, Kory Kincaid.
Kory Kincaid, one half of the Super Friends, as we've been calling them. Kory Kincaid looking to get his hands on Kevin Cannon. Kevin Cannon looking to get his hands on Kory Kincaid.
Looks like some members of Kory Kincaid's family in the audience tonight.
It certainly does. Kincaid just loves being here.
He does.
I don't care win, lose, or draw. I don't think he minds. He just likes coming out to the ring. As wars, why can't we be friends? Echoes throughout the Polish Fraternal Hall in Winnipeg.
Audience respond to him, Mike. This man has to be perhaps one of the most popular grapplers right here in CWE.
And every time he comes out to the ring, he's got more and more tape on his glasses.
He does, he really does.
I guess that's because he keeps getting repeatedly punched in the face.
Yeah, might get punched in the face by the referee. He just pulled on him. I don't know if he licked his neck or he gave him a noogie or something or pulled his underwear. I don't know what happened there.
Kory Kincaid's a bit of a throwback. Some say it reminds people of Eugene. Some people go back even further. It reminds me a little bit of the Bushwhackers.
He makes Eugene look like a Harvard graduate. But we love him.
We certainly do. Happy to have him here in CWE. Kicking off the show tonight, Kincaid and Cannon, 1-on-1.
Big main event tonight, as you mentioned already. Hot shot, Danny Duggan taking on the franchise, Shane Douglas.
Don't go anywhere. You're going to want to stick around for that. Plus, Kincaid's tag team partner, JJ Sanchez, goes one-on-one with a guy who is disturbing, to say the least, and that is Sicko.
Absolutely. And we're talking about a big main event earlier, you and I off the air, April the 14th at Holy Cross Gymnasium. The man they call Vader, he will be in Winnipeg one night only.
He's coming to CWE. Full info at cwecanada.ca. Get your tickets for that one early. It's sure to sell out.
And as an added attraction, legendary local musician, Barry G. Player, he will be there to perform the national anthem. It's a big Sunday show. It starts at 3 o'clock. You got to get your tickets in advance, or this thing is just going to sell right out. You're going to be out.
Kincaid just lost his glasses. Kevin Cannon's got him on. That's not going to help Cannon.
No.
Kincaid's vision is terrible.
You know, as much as I make fun of Kory Kincaid, that's kind of despicable. That's like feeding a diabetic a candy cane. That's like taking a seeing eye dog away from a blind guy.
Oh, Kincaid can't see a thing. Cannon's yucking it up.
I'm disgusted. This is truly icky.
Kevin Cannon playing sneak attacks and waltzing around the ring.
He's going to slap the ref.
Got the referee. Look out! Better duck, Stoyko.
Oh, he got him.
Cannon just ate it. I think he might be out cold. Kevin Cannon just got his block knocked off.
Oh, one of the fans is helping. They're helping. The referee tossed the fan back. The fan was just trying to help.
Certainly was. Kincaid's got his glasses back. Now if you can just get him on his head. Must be a struggle for him to get dressed in the morning.
It's a struggle for him to do anything, I would imagine.
Kincaid's got the glasses on. Cannon's back to his feet.
Kevin Cannon, he got rocked by that shot right to the jaw.
Kincaid using the scream attack. Nails him with a clothesline. Cannon quickly up, but down again as Kincaid shrugs him off with another shot into the turnbuckle. Kincaid picking him up. What's he going to do with him? Dropping him down. Sidewalk slam right in the middle of the ring. And Kory Kincaid, as much as it shocks me to say it, is on fire.
He is on fire. Definitely some wrestling maneuvers in the arsenal of Kory Kincaid. And we're going to see a Kory Kincaid victory today. I'm predicting this right now.
Say what you want. Kory Kincaid just did some wrestling moves.
We're going to see his tag team partner in action a little bit later on, taking on Sicko.
He might be afraid of heights. Going to have to watch out here. Kincaid's on the second rope. Cannon's approaching him. Kincaid launching his body like a missile.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Music. Mike, I recognize that music.
Kincaid and
that
Cannon
is the
down
franchise.
in the ring.
Shane Douglas
coming
out to the ring.
Has hit the ring.
And what is it? He doesn't belong in this match right now. He's admonishing referee Stoyko. He's coming out to help Kory Kincaid.
Kory Kincaid's flipping out.
That's one of his idols. He's helping him.
Look at Kory Kincaid. He's happy to see him. Cannon doesn't know what's going on.
There might be an agenda here, Mike. I don't know what's on them. I can't read anybody's mind, but I don't know. No. Uh-oh. Oh, he pushed him in. He pushed Cannon in there.
Right into Douglas.
Oh my, that had to have been one of the fastest and snap suplex. That's going to call it. The referee's calling for the bell. We've got a disqualification happening. Mr. Kincaid. Oh, the headbutt!
Forget disqualification. We got ourselves a no contest. Douglas taking out both Kincaid and Cannon.
Whose side is Shane Douglas on?
Shane Douglas is on his own side.
He's got a microphone. We're going to find out, Mike.
You may want to hold that because I'm in a pissed off mood when I see trash like this out here. I remember a Canada where Canadians like Bret the Hitman Hart, Owen Hart, Chris Benoit could wrestle. I used to love coming up to Canada. I said, hell, Canada's like America's 51st state.
Oh boy,
And
them's
it is
fighting
like
words.
America's 51st state. The thing I love most about Canadians is every single one, especially you, fat boy, want deep in your heart to be American, not Canadian.
I don't think that's true, Mike. I don't think that's true at all.
I'm not going to argue with him.
Here's a sad reality check. You never will be. You'll always be second rate. You'll always need the big neighbor to the south to protect your second rate asses.
Oh, those are strong words coming out of the mouth of Shane Douglas. Basically calling down every Canadian and everybody in attendance tonight who paid money to see him.
A little too close to the chest. Here's more. When I eat a nice plate of food, I go back later, and the bottom side is where the trash comes out.
Oh, ho, ho.
Well, when America eats the big plate, our rectum isn't down south, it's up north. It's called Canada.
Them's fighting words, Mike.
I understand there's a big mouth here from Winnipeg, Manitoba, named Hotshot Danny Duggan. Like, oh, sit down, lady, before I smack you right upside your head. And like most Canadians, like you, fat boy, running his mouth, talking about a legend in the business, the one man who single-handedly saved professional wrestling in the 1990s so morons like you could enjoy the sport that I grew up watching. And he wants to come out and flap his gums, just like you, just like that inbred chick right back there, just like true Canadians.
Wow. Wow.
Well, if Hotshot Danny Duggan is such a hotshot, I say in front of his hometown fans, why don't I franchise his ass right here tonight? And afterwards, you can all stand up and give me that great Canadian salute. But, instead of that second-rate anthem, Oh Canada, I expect each and every one of you idiots to stand up and sing a real anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. So tonight, when your hometown boy is staring up at the lights, you can remember the days when Canadians like the Harts, Benoit, and the rest of them could wrestle, and you'll be learning the words to Oh Say Can You See the Star-Spangled Banner. Now suck on that, Winnipeg.
Wow. Strong words from the franchise Shane Douglas, Mike.
I don't know what to say to that.
I am as a 48-year-old Canadian man, I am absolutely infuriated. What he said to me sickened me, taking shots at this tremendous audience that paid their money to see that guy, and now the opportunity that Hotshot Danny Duggan has to shut his mouth. This is absolutely huge. This is not just a wrestling match. This is a fight for our country.
Duggan and Douglas.
Man.
Main event tonight.
Oh, man.
Give your body the edge in one click with musclesbymyers.com. We have sports supplements, vitamins and minerals for all lifestyles and levels of fitness. And call or email for free one-on-one guidance. Smart buyers shop at Myers and musclesbymyers.com.
Hey, yo, this right here is former WWE World Tag Team Champion, Grandmaster Sexay, Brian Christopher. And I got a little inside scoop for you. When you need a new ride, when you tired of the one you got, or you need a new one, you want to look good, going down the highway, you want to look good for all the girls, all the guys on the street corner, whatever, you call 123 Approved. And they'll hook you up with a loan, get you a new car, be looking fly, be looking like this guy. Oh yeah, 123 Approved. Don't forget it. Yeah.
The CWE store is now open for DVDs, pictures, posters of your favorite CWE stars. Go to cwecanada.ca.
Not much is known about Sicko other than the fact that he loves pain. Now you defeated Kory Kincaid a few weeks ago. What do you have planned for his tag team partner, JJ Sanchez?
I'll tell you what I have planned for Mr. JJ Sanchez. A lot more of the same. You see, Kory Kincaid, you didn't prepare yourself. I did. You see, nobody can hurt me more than I hurt myself. And I do it every day over and over again in preparation for the time that I can be together with somebody special and share with them the things that I love. And that would be pain. So JJ Sanchez, I guess you haven't had a chance to talk to your little partner there, because I'm sure he's going to be able to tell you once he's able to talk again about his horrific experience with Sicko. Well, you're in for a whole lot more of the same, JJ Sanchez. You're a big kid, and I like him big. So come on, come and play in Sicko's sandbox. And enjoy the pain! Enjoy the pain! More!
Let's go to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 325 pounds, this is Sicko.
Coming through the crowd once again, a guy who is the most deranged member of the CWE roster. That is Sicko. Is he wearing both shoes this time? Or is he still carrying one?
Oh, he's going over those cute little girls at ringside. He's approaching them, and right now that's that nervous smile on their faces. I don't know what to make of that. One girl just cowering in terror. She's smiling, but you know that she's creeped out inside.
Every time we see Sicko, he's got one less shoe.
Yeah.
He's got no shoes tonight.
You know when you drive down the road sometimes and you see a shoe and you wonder where the other one is? Sicko probably's wearing it.
I don't think he buys his shoes in pairs like the rest of us.
You know, once in a while I've gone to Payless and I take out my size 13 and there's one shoe there, and I've often wondered what kind of a nut left with one shoe. I think we figured that out right now tonight.
I'm just trying to imagine Sicko in Payless shoes right now.
Yeah, I don't know if they get let in.
Sicko creeping out the vans here at the Polish Fraternal Hall in Winnipeg. He's got a hold of that girl's
smelling her
hair.
Oh my. You know, as much as the franchise Shane Douglas infuriated me, and I gotta apologize to you, I kind of lost it before we went to commercial, but that was just probably the most despicable comments that I've ever heard in a wrestling ring anywhere in Canada.
You're a proud man. You're proud of your country.
I am proud of my country.
And you know who else is a proud man? Danny Duggan. He's proud of this country, he's proud of this city, and he's proud of CWE. And he will defend our honor as Canadians, as Winnipeggers, and as fans of this company when he faces Shane Douglas later on tonight in our main event.
And his opponent, weighing in at 298 pounds, this is JJ Sanchez.
JJ Sanchez looking good on his way to the ring to face a guy who, the word looking good has never been uttered towards him.
How do you prepare for Sicko?
You just show up.
Yeah, there's no, the scouting There's no tapes on this guy. The guy kind of crawls to the ring, throws a few punches, smells some people's hair. You can't go and train for him. And the promoter, you come to the arena, the promoter says you're facing Sicko. What do?
Who knows? Maybe he's been studying some Samoan SWAT team tapes. They also went barefoot in the ring.
JJ Sanchez, a big fan favorite here at CWE.
The other half of these super friends, we saw Kory Kincaid earlier tonight get laid out at the hands of the franchise, Shane Douglas. His opponent, Kevin Cannon, also laid out. Shane Douglas not playing any favorites, taking out both men in our opening contest here tonight.
Aside, just like you used to see in those old westerns, Shane Douglas drew a line in the sand.
Except he's the only one standing on one side of it.
Yeah, and we know that hotshot Danny Duggan's going to cross that line later on tonight.
Look at this. I don't know if that's the smartest move. Mocking Sicko is JJ Sanchez.
Gross. Not his thing. No, it's not his thing. Man, oh man alive. I'm still shaking, Mike, from that Shane Douglas.
We're trying to regroup here. You still got to see Douglas later on tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to take a lot to keep me in my chair.
Who knows?
He insulted my country.
If he's able to take out Danny Duggan, he might come up here and give you a piece of his mind.
You know, Mike, I love going to the United States. I love Americans. I got a lot of American friends. I've traveled all over the United States. But never once have I ever said, boy, I'd love to be an American. I'm very proud of where I live. I'm very proud of Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm very proud of hotshot Danny Duggan. And I hope he shuts his mouth tonight.
Sanchez throwing two stiff shots at Sicko, and they're having no effect. A third one, a chop. Again, same. And nothing is getting through on that one.
Referee Kenny Rogers just better get out of the way. These guys are chopping each other down here. A little eye gouging action. That's not a wrestling move, Sicko.
Sicko now taking it to JJ Sanchez. This guy is unpredictable to say the least. Like you said, Dave, very tough to prepare for. Sanchez gets out of the way, nails a cartwheel, shockingly.
And an arm drag.
Beautiful moves by JJ Sanchez, taking down the big man. Big man in his own right is Sanchez. Another arm drag.
Yeah, he got a little bit less on that one than the first one, but it's very, very effective. He's got Sicko reeling off the ropes.
Sanchez hard into Sicko. Nothing. No effect. Didn't phase him. As Sicko stands tall in the middle of the ring again. These are two big men going head to head, and Sanchez scratching his head. Drops down. Sicko steps over. Nails an elbow right to the lower back.
You know, I got to give credit where credit is due. That was actually a pretty brilliant move from Sicko, and I don't know if it was planned that way because there's not a lot of moments of brilliance with that guy.
Certainly not. JJ Sanchez being picked up by Sicko, thrown into the ropes. Big boot with that bare foot right to the midsection of JJ Sanchez. And Sicko now firing away, right hand to the temple. And Sanchez could be out on his feet. He looks dazed and confused in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, that's against the rules. Referee Kenny Rogers in there making sure they open up that fist. Boot to the head with that stinky foot.
Drives the ball of the foot right into the face of JJ Sanchez. As Sicko starts screaming at the crowd here at the Polish Fraternal Hall in Winnipeg.
I'm not thinking about 3 months back when it was Christmas, there was a pedicure gift certificate in Sicko's stocking that Santa didn't bring him one of those.
Yeah, and that was a good year for him.
Yeah.
Big thank you to our sponsors, Muscles by Myers, 123approved.ca, Toro Security, and of course, the Palomino Club here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Absolutely the home. Every time there's a huge event here in Winnipeg, the post-game party, if you will, the Palomino Club, is that they're still talking about when Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner was in town. I think he stretched out a couple of the bouncers in there when they wouldn't serve him after 2 o'clock.
They didn't want to let him in, but he just flexed those biceps, and he said, I'm heading in.
It was kind of like watching Charles Atlas at the beach, you know, with the bully used to kick sand in the face.
What year is this? Charles Atlas?
I'm a little older than you, man.
Sicko going for an elbow. Sanchez lucky to get out of the way of that one. Trying to get the crowd on the side, get back to his feet, and get in control of this matchup. Sanchez, Sicko, CWE TV. If you're just joining us, I'm Mike Young, joined by Dave Petro as Sanchez ascends to the second rope.
Sicko, a very slow ascent, and now Sicko gives him a pop to the chops. And Sanchez very precariously perched on there, and a bit of
look
a
at this! Look out!
That almost resembled a wrestling maneuver, Mike.
Almost a Samoan drop from the top rope, high up.
Yeah.
Sicko just decimated JJ Sanchez.
Do you think behind that?
Look out!
Oh!
A head crusher, shades of the Kona Crush.
This is a submission maneuver, Mike.
Certainly is squeezing the temples.
Oh, he submitted, he gave up.
He's done. Sicko is your victor, and he's not letting go.
Wow. I have to say that I did not expect that outcome in tonight's match.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Syko.
Sicko victorious, and he continues his reign of destruction here in CWE. Up, up, up goes the ladder. Stick around. We're gonna have a main event. Danny Duggan taking on Shane Douglas. But first, we head to the back and hear from Marius.
Robbie Royce, during the three-way dance, you thought you were the better man. But I'm the one that walked out with this. The holy grail of the CWE. Everything you've ever worked for is now mine. Because I am the rightful champion. I've defeated you before. And when we face each other again, I will defeat you. I am the CWE champion. I deserve to be the champion. Because you are everything that's wrong. With this company, with this industry, with the world. You desecrate your body with weapons, hardcore wrestling. You desecrate your body with tattoos. You desecrate your soul, despite my offer to redeem it. And as a punishment, I have taken this. Everything that you value is mine. I possess the championship, and I will possess your soul, because it's lost anyways. You will burn in the lake of fire, and I will reign as I walk through the gates of heaven with what you hold so dearly.
For a DVD copy of tonight's episode, go to cwecanada.ca/TV.
Muscles by Myers. Best supplements. Best service. Best prices. Period. Tell them CWE sent you.
The 2012 Rumble to Remember is now available on DVD. For your copy, visit cwecanada.ca.
Oh, this is WWE legend, the Native American Tatanka, and I'm watching CWEcanada.ca.
Hotshot Danny Duggan, the time for a wrestling history lesson is over. You're taking on in the main event ECW World Champion franchise Shane Douglas. We talked to Shane a little earlier in the show. What is going through your mind right now?
There's a whole lot of things going through the mind of Hotshot Danny Duggan. A few of those things would be nerves, confidence, excitement, all blended in and put in this fanny pack and ready to rock and roll and stroll in the main event of CWE TV tonight. Franchise Shane Douglas. I've talked about it for many weeks. You are the man. You've done it all. You've been everywhere, but you have never beaten Hotshot Danny Duggan. And I may have not accomplished the things in my career yet that you have set out and done, but tonight is that first step. I may be a little bit nervous because I'm getting in there with somebody who's damn good. I know you're good, Shane Douglas, and I got my work cut out for me. But anybody who knows Hotshot Danny Duggan knows you're looking at the most dedicated professional wrestler in the country today. So I'm going to get in the ring with you. I know there's a good chance I'm going to have a wrestling lesson taught to me. But I'm not going to stay down. I'm going to keep fighting, and I'm going to keep coming at you. So franchise, get ready! This is a match for the ages, and it's going to go down in history, my friend. But when it's all said and done, you're looking at the new franchise of professional wrestling.
Strong words, let's head to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 227 pounds, from Falcon Beach, Manitoba, Hotshot Danny Duggan.
of CWE, the guy who's going to defend Canada's honor, Winnipeg's honor, and CWE's honor, Danny Duggan, heads to the ring for our main event. I'm Mike Young, joined by Dave Petro, and we thank you for joining us on CWE TV.
Perhaps the most popular wrestler to ever lace some boots right here in Winnipeg, throughout Western Canada, all of Canada. Hotshot Danny Duggan, like you said, Mike, going to defend Canada. We didn't think this was going to be a Canada-US battle. We thought it was going to be a battle between two top stars, but Shane Douglas has made it more than personal.
Yeah, and this match all stems from when a guy who Danny Duggan's got major heat with, major beef with, Shane Madison, ordered Danny Duggan to take on Shane Douglas, and I think Madison wants Douglas to take care of his business.
And we have still not had a suitable explanation.
We haven't seen him in person
And
yet.
his opponent, former ECW, WCW, and WWE superstar, the franchise, Shane Douglas.
Shane Douglas, his accolades speak volumes as to what this guy's accomplished inside the ring. He did not endear himself earlier tonight to these fans here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, but you better be darn sure this is going to be one heck of a test for Danny Duggan here tonight.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Did not endear himself to anyone here at the hall tonight. Capacity crowd, unbelievable. And the words that came out of his mouth, the venomous words, the hurtful words, the insulting words of the franchise Shane Douglas.
The F on his tights stands for franchise, and you'll notice, Dave, there's a 3 beside that F. That is from his former group in ECW, the Triple Threat. He teamed with the late great Bam Bam Bigelow and the late great Chris Candido. And Shane Douglas has learned a lot in his time over the course of his career in professional wrestling. Danny Duggan has never fought a guy with the experience level of Shane Douglas.
You know, you would have thought that Shane Douglas would like Winnipeg. Of course, this is where, of course, he was awarded the WWE Intercontinental Championship on an in-your-house pay-per-view right here at the old Winnipeg Arena.
Certainly was. Awarded it, and I believe lost it in the same night.
Perhaps one of the shortest reigns of all time.
Lost that title to one Razor Ramon, who many of our fans may know as Scott Hall.
Yes. Scott Hall, actually, starting to pull out of a bit of rehab stint.
Funnily enough, I spoke to him on the phone just a couple of weeks ago.
I was leading you into that.
Had a wonderful conversation with Scott Hall. He's doing well.
Did he call you Chico?
When he actually came on the phone, he said, "Hey, yo." That's how I knew it was him.
No Chico?
No Chico.
I want to go get called Chico by Scott Hall.
But he did tell me an interesting story about Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow when they threw him out of the ECW arena, as he was a guest that night of his good friend Just Incredible.
Well, there's another going back a lot of years. Just Incredible, no stranger to the rings of Western Canada too.
Douglas not wanting to get in the ring, get this thing started. He's taken a lot of heat here from the crowd, the Polish Fraternal Hall in Winnipeg.
Sold out, Mike, sold out.
He said by the end of this matchup, the U.S. national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, would play. And speaking of anthems, April 14th, Barry G. Player, one of the finest guitar players in this country, is coming to CWE and going to perform the national anthem.
Which national anthem?
Hopefully it'll be the Canadian national anthem, but if Douglas wins, things could change around here.
Hey, I'll check the back area. Maybe he's got him hired for tonight if he does win, because he said he expects everyone to sing the national anthem of the United States.
Barry G. Player, not the only treat on April 14th.
No.
The guy that everyone's paying to see, the man they call Vader, going to be in Winnipeg for CWE's It's Time, April 14th. Special start time of 3 p.m. And it's going to be at the
Holy Cross Gymnasium
at 290 Dubois Street in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Now, Mike, I was talking to some of the ring crew backstage, and they are already planning some special welds, some special supports, some special extra beams, because when Vader gets into that ring, I'm going to say it, all hell's going to break loose. He is a big man, and could you imagine if he goes one-on-one with the Axe?
He's called the Mastodon for a reason, Dave.
Wow. Well, if we see in the upcoming weeks who he will face on April the 14th.
At one point in professional wrestling history, Vader was the scariest guy on the planet. in the early 90s in WCW.
Yeah, I think he still is. He was on Raw a couple of months ago.
He's intimidating to look at, and he's still a force in the ring, one of the quickest, most agile big men you will see in the ring.
Absolutely. I followed his career, the man hailing from Colorado. I followed his career in the AWA, WCW, and of course the WWE. Big Van Vader won championships everywhere he appeared.
And a huge, huge career in Japan as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Memorable battles with Stan the Man Hansen.
Yeah, and Shane Douglas, another star that has many, many matches under his belt from Japan. Now on the top wristlock, the losing of a top wristlock from Hotshot Danny Duggan.
Danny Duggan looking to get back in the win column and get back towards the CWE Championship. We're still waiting to find out what the deal is with Shane Madison. Why did he do what he did at our 4th anniversary show? Why did he screw Danny Duggan out of that CWE Championship in the match with Matt Fairlane?
And speaking of CWE Championship, in 1 week's time on this very program, not one, but 2 championship matches. The first of all be a tag team championship clash with the Big Sexy Beast taking on both the Sons of Anarchy and M-Max. Of course, the CWE Tag Team Championship on the line. And Mike, a huge heavyweight championship match.
That's right, the pissed off Pitbull Robbie Royce versus Anderson Tyson Moore. That's not only a title match, that's a grudge match that stemmed months and months. Those guys former tag team partners in Team Impact.
They're calling for the microphone. Shane Douglas, I think he wants to address the crowd here at the Polish Fraternal Hall in Winnipeg. Oh, he wants the referee to tell him something. Referee Kelly Russell looks perplexed. This is definitely a strange situation developing right here in the ring. The referee has the microphone.
I love hearing from Kelly Russell.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Douglas is requesting that instead of the Canada chants that you all rise and sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Well, that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen.
I think a fan just got up and left from the front row.
He did. He's absolutely disgusted. He probably just keeping his anger in check, just like Hotshot Danny Duggan. He wants to go. He wants this match to get underway.
Duggan fell right into his trap.
Yeah, that was a trap, Mike.
Duggan fighting through it. Duggan hammering away. Forearm shivers to the face. Out on the floor here at CWE's big-time main event, the Polish Fraternal Hall in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Biggest stars of professional wrestling join us each and every week on Canada's Wrestling Elite.
That's right, Canadian Wrestling Elite. And we got Danny Duggan in our main event against the franchise, Shane Douglas. We're talking about our main event next week, CWE Championship on the line, as Douglas slams Duggan's shoulder into the ring post. Robbie Royce, the champion, doesn't have the title. We just heard from a guy who has that belt in his possession, Marius, revealing that masked man, Buddy Weiser.
You know what?
I didn't see that coming.
No, I did not. I mean, that was one of the biggest men I've ever seen. And I know Buddy Weiser is a big man, but surprisingly agile. We've seen him. Something that mask gave him a bit of confidence, I guess, that Buddy Weiser perhaps was lacking.
Buddy Weiser, though, just so happy-go-lucky all the time. When you talk to him in the back,
kind of dopey,
very personable. This guy, nothing like that at all. Something has changed. Something has snapped in Buddy Weiser's head because he has bought in to whatever Marius has been selling him.
You know, and basically what you, in a nutshell, he's come under the spell of Marius.
People worry about things like Scientology, religion. People should be worried about the gospel of Marius because apparently it's starting to work.
Absolutely.
Poisoning the CWE locker room. Danny Duggan in a world of hurt, his face red, as Douglas has that knee thrust into his spine, working over a chin lock there. Duggan firing back, getting back to his feet, into the ropes, ducks under a clothesline, catches him with a huge power slam.
Veteran move by the franchise.
That's the thing, there's nothing that Duggan can throw at Douglas that Douglas hasn't seen before.
The man has been many, many battles all over the world.
Kick out there by Duggan.
And this is perhaps, I would think, one of Hotshot Danny Duggan's biggest tests to date.
Certainly is. Duggan hard into the turnbuckle face first as the franchise takes full control of this matchup.
A match made by Executive Ambassador Shane Madison. I think he was doing this. He must have been in cahoots. He must have known what Shane Douglas was bringing to the ring. He must have known basically the fuse, the short fuse that Shane Douglas is on. He probably had this masterminded all the time. So there is much more on the line with Danny Duggan just wrestling Shane Douglas. He's not only defending Canada right now, but he's defending his spot in CWE because the forces are acting against him right now with Shane Madison and Shane Douglas. A couple of Shanes.
Madison would be happy if Douglas could put an end to Duggan's career here tonight, and Madison would never have to deal with him again. A beautiful abdominal stretch right in the center of the ring, working over that rib cage, working over those muscles in the chest, the ribs, the lower back area, stretching Duggan here in the center of the ring, hammering there on the hip joints, the kidneys, all kinds of muscles affected by this hold.
You know what? We've mentioned before about the success that Shane Douglas has had in the ring. Of course, one of his greatest successes came in the WWE as Dean Douglas, the professor, the teacher, if you will, of professional wrestling. And he just said when he had that abdominal stretch on Danny Duggan, he was taking him to school.
Douglas forcing him into the ropes, breaking the count on 3, but then throwing a little cheap shot in. Duggan wasn't expecting that. Douglas really staying on top of Duggan, not taking him for granted, despite the fact that Duggan has nowhere near the experience level that Douglas has.
No, but that is the thing that hotshot Danny Duggan, by taking on the top names in the world of professional wrestling, he gains that experience. He might not always come out on top, and it's looking pretty bleak right now for him, but he gains experience every single day on his quest to regain the CWE Heavyweight Championship.
Shane Douglas promised that someone was going to get franchised tonight, and it looks like that's going to be Danny Duggan. Could be facing the same fate as Kory Kincaid and Kevin Cannon earlier.
Absolutely. You know, one of the top names in professional wrestling is Shane Douglas, and it would be no disgrace for Danny Duggan not to come out on top of this at the hands of a veteran. The guy, this how the ring battles. Oh, Duggan firing back.
Yeah, we could take Shane Douglas' career all the way back to the early 90s when he teamed up with a guy that our young fans will remember as former general manager of Monday Night Raw, John Laurinaitis. The dynamic dudes they were.
Right, that's right. And then it looks like the boots that Shane Douglas has on might have been from that era.
Well, they were either owned by a member of the Dynamic Dudes, the Ultimate Warrior, the British Bulldog, or the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich.
You are a wrestling historian, Mike.
I am just a fan of boots with tassels on them, actually.
That's
Drop kick by Duggan.
I thought that was you.
1
at the club.
2. Oh, kick out there just before 3 by Douglas.
I still can't get over the fan with the boots with the tassels. Here goes Danny Duggan. He's going up to the top.
Duggan upstairs. Douglas gets to his feet.
Oh,
cross body.
Could be an upset.
1, 2, 3. Oh, kick out there by Danny.
I was standing. I was starting to sing "Oh Canada."
You were a proud, proud man.
I'm ready.
Look at this. Roll up by Douglas. 1, 2. Duggan able to kick out. Huge jumping clothesline knocks down the franchise, and Danny Duggan back in control of this match. 1, 2, 3. Oh, almost had ourselves a Danny Duggan victory, which would have made this place erupt. Chop to the chest. Danny Duggan firing hard on the franchise, sending him into the turnbuckle. Reversal by Douglas. Duggan thought he was coming in.
Smart off the ropes.
Oh, caught him.
What do we got here?
Look out. Rock bottom by Danny Duggan. 1, 2, 3.
Got him. Got him. Hot shot. Danny Duggan is your winner.
He certainly is. Danny Duggan has franchised Shane Douglas.
I'm going to sing "Oh Canada."
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Hot Shot Danny Duggan.
Wow! You know, I shouldn't say it's such an upset, but when hotshot Danny Duggan now gets a win under his belt, under an international star like the franchise Shane Douglas, Shane Madison has to take note. Shane Madison has to be one. And there's Shane Madison right in the ring right now.
Speaking of Shane Madison,
got a nightstick.
A nightstick to the back of the skull.
Where'd he get a nightstick from? That's despicable.
Danny Duggan might be out cold, stirring a little bit there in the center of the ring. Look at that. This is the first time we've seen Madison since our 4th anniversary show. We've heard from him. We've yet to see him in person, and here he is.
He's calling for a microphone. We got to find out finally, once and for all, what is on Shane Madison's mind.
Despicable.
What has been going through his head these last couple of months since the anniversary show back in January?
Duggan laid out with a nightstick, and Madison's in the ring.
You know, there's been a lot of people asking me why I did what I did in January. And I'm going to tell you a story. out to the ring in January, I had every intention of doing the right thing. I slid into the ring and hotshot Danny Duggan. He had net barely covered. I went down there and I was going to count to 3. And I looked into his eyes, and you know what I saw? I saw a lost soul. When I started in this business a long time ago, this guy here used to carry my bag. This guy here was a skinny kid who came down to the ring who said, Shane Madison, how do I do this? Shane Madison, can I get booked here? Shane Madison, how do I pick up chicks? And what did I do? I helped this guy. I helped him out. So the bottom line is this. I'm not doing you any more favors. None. Because you're not Shane Madison. You never will be Shane Madison. And the fact of the matter is this, is when I'm done with you, you'll be back carrying my bag like the bitch that you are.
Strong words.
Wow.
That was absolutely disgusting and absolutely demeaning to the legacy of Hotshot Danny Duggan.
I think we got our answer though, Dave.
Yeah, we did get our answer, but probably not the answer that anybody was expecting. The man that I used to respect this guy. That's why guys like me stick around this business for so long, because of guys like Shane Madison. And now I'm starting to regret my decision.
All I can say is CWE will never, ever be the same.
Hey yo, this right here is former WWE World Tag Team Champion, Grandmaster Sexay, Brian Christopher. And I got a little inside scoop for you. When you need a new ride, when you tired of the one you got, or you need a new one, you want to look good going down the highway, you want to look good for all the girls, all the guys on the street corner, whatever, you call 123 approved. And they'll hook you up with a loan, get you a new car, be looking fly, be looking like this guy. Oh yeah, 123 approved. Don't forget. Yeah. You want to look like this? Before like this? Then you gotta use these. Muscles by Marius. Get there!
CWE music provided by former Kiss guitarist Bruce Kulick. Check out Bruce's new album BK3, available on CWECanada.ca and Kulick.net. Production services provided by Couch Potato Films.